spot.
You'll see once Wolf gets a little older,
No, of course,
you'll know all of them.
Really?
All of them. Yeah.
Well, I like my neighbors now, and I'm just.
And then you can influence. They're kids, so you can influence them. Like, I want to hang out with him.
That sucks. It just sucks. I just think like when because like you live like if you move into a new neighborhood, you don't know everybody in this neighborhood.
I will though.
I know, but like
I do my homework.
you want to do the homework first before like so. Your kids like the kids are playing outside. You're gonna be like you can't play outside until I investigate every parent in the neighborhood.
This is Brendan.
It's very small blinds.
Yeah. Look, this is Brendan right here.
That's Chin.
Oh, there it is.
Chin, can you come over? I need to see the neighbors. Tell me what they're doing.
Yeah.
Chin's like this.
Chin's like, I got it.
Chin's all.
He put his fingers in the blinds. Dude.
There's no lifting. I just looked through.
Chin just goes like this.
Yeah. And then we're going like this. Can you even see?
How can you see through that?
I got all the schematics.
Yeah, dude. This is like tough stuff. Sucks.
Sucked.
Yeah, it sucks. Because I think about that too. It's like I always say like on Instagram, hoes become housewives very quick.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like that's the nature of being.
But there's levels of hoes though.
No, but even still, man. If it's 10, like even these girls who are just like sort of, all thirst trappy all the time on their Instagram.
Yeah.
Then 10 years later, you're like, oh, who's this dude and this little kid?
But you know what it is? Why you don't want your son hanging out? You just don't align. You know what I'm saying? Like you just, I'll tell T, like you don't want to fuck with that kid. It's just not what we're about. He also deals drugs.
True.
Yeah.
I lie to him.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying, but it's so easy for us to say, oh, well, we don't want you to go over to,
a porn star's house.
The porn star's house, but we don't know that she's doing the porn there. What if she's not? She's like, I'm professional. What if the mom came over and was like, I know you've seen me do this thing, but I never do this at the house. I'm actually a great mom. I care about my kid. This is just the way I make money over here.
Yeah,
but what if she has a conversation with you? Is he going to be like, oh, okay, cool? Or you might still be like, I don't like what you do. I don't like what you represent, so I don't want my kid coming over there.
It's tough.
If the porn star comes over and says,
"You got me,"
but we're assuming that doesn't happen. We're talking about if the porn star is the porn star and doing scenes at her house. That's what we're talking about.
No, but
it's way different.
I said they could go up the road.
I'm saying
it's not in the neighborhood.
No, I'm saying, but
it's still content. Her content is out there,
right,
and you're familiar with it.
That's different. If she's done, and if she used to do it, and now she doesn't do it, then my kid's gonna find out about porn anyway.
Yeah.
So that's okay to me. That's where you have some grace, I feel like, because like
how awkward, Tiffany, 12 inches, girl. All right, have a good morning.
If it's currently happening,
but you would think that because you wouldn't talk about it like that because the kids are playing in the living room right there. Think of how funny that awkward conversation is as you're standing in the doorway while an ex porn chick from 3 years ago is now dropping her kid off and you're just looking at her like, hey, what?
Bro.
I don't understand if it's. But Chris, my point is, just
people are weird about it, but
yes,
fuck.
If people are weird about it, they making the choice. I think he's more on that side. You're saying, regardless of where she does it or anything, I just rather choose.
It just doesn't align.
It doesn't align.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying. So whether it's right or not, that's that choice.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying I initially said, yeah, because I'm going to give some grace immediately. Because I don't think if you're living in the neighborhood that I live in, and I just don't think you'd be doing that there. But if you find out, then you're like, if my kid comes home and he's like, yeah, there was some weird stuff going on, Dad. Then you're like,
then hell,
right?
Yeah.
Then you're like, get the fuck out of here.
I've been trying to make a picture of Erik eating dinner with Kanye West and their children, but I just cannot do it.
It's definitely just death watching you.
Oh wow,
That would be weird.
Oh, it's so scary,
horrifying.
But where I am in line with Brendan on is the fact that I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could hang out with Kanye West.
Well,
you don't have to because he's not around.
Well, you don't. I know, but no. But what I'm saying is with something that this is kind of like, what are we talking about? You know what I mean? That's
you don't
weird.
know. You don't know that. Look, okay. Kanye West says a lot of crazy things on videos and online and all that stuff.
Right.
if I were to meet Kanye West, I would, for me, give him the benefit of the doubt because I've never met him. What's up? Doesn't mean I agree with what he's doing.
Yeah, I wouldn't come at him.
This is what I said initially.
But if
about Grace, and you both were like, no,
I did not say that.
You know,
I did not say that, dude.
Yeah,
if no, I said you'd have some grace. I said that. Do I want to live next to? How about this? I don't want to live next to somebody who's fucking bukkake all over the place.
Especially expensive neighborhood. You pay so much money for the house.
So
property value goes down. I mean, that's just a lot to think about.
Yeah.
Like if you knew, what if you found out you're in a neighborhood and there's a whorehouse next door?
Yeah.
Like a high class. $10,000 a night.
I don't want to do that. I mean, I'm not going to be home a lot, but I don't want to do that. No, I'm kidding.
I'd have to check it out.
No, I'm kidding.
Your car's been parked out front. Where have you been?
Why do you drive there? It's next door.
But these are all the crazy hypotheticals, is what I'm saying. Though.
Yeah,
so
it's a lot to think about.
That's why my initial thought was, my initial thought was positive. I was just saying, like,
yes.
I would think that. I'm thinking of all the math.
If I don't know somebody, I meet them. The internet's not going to not let me, dude. I'm going to give. Hi, I've never met you. What's up? Hey, dude, what's going on? Right. If then you start talking about like Jews in the way Kanye goes, I don't want to be around this fucking guy.
Yeah.
If you know.
But okay, this is a great example. Another hypothetical. Even in this situation, so what if Kanye? You meet him and he's like, man, this is all. I just doing this all for the gram.
Well, then
blah,
I go
blah,
like
blah.
this. Then I go like that. Then it's different. I go like this. I go, that's really, really terrible to even do that as a joke or as a online. And
I don't think you'd say that to him in person. You think you would?
Yeah.
I would just go, damn, that's crazy. I'd probably walk
away.
No. You wouldn't be like, bro, that's terrible.
But you're making the same choice.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, I would say, wow, that's crazy. Yeah. But I'm saying if he were to be asking like about it, then I would be like, oh no, yeah, that's wild. I'm saying if I wouldn't just offer up that information.
No, but if you're like, if someone like, I don't know what scenario it'd be in.
Well, it's the context of your kids want to hang out.
Yeah. And
it's the context of that.
And then then you and Kanye are at the pool, right? And he's just standing there. And you're like, man, how about the kids? Like, yeah, man, I'm just glad to be off the road, man. It's been fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, dude, I seen that shit, man. How you dealing with it? And he's like, yeah, it's all fake, dude. I just do it for the views. You're like, oh, damn.
Yeah, I would.
You wouldn't be like, I do not approve.
No. But that's not what I'm saying. Yeah, I would totally just be like,
all right.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
But here's the thing though. This is my. Wait. Let me. This is my point. You could still, because of that, still make the choice. Now I still don't want my kids hanging out.
I would feel more comfortable if he said that.
Yeah, I would too.
I'd be like, okay, I get it. Meaning,
I still would be like,
I still don't approve of the shit you're saying, but so you're not batshit crazy. You know, I'm not going to leave my kid at your house alone.
I don't know, man. That's still fucked up.
Yeah, because then that means you made this conscious choice
decision
to make people feel bad.
Villain?
To be a villain.
Feel bad?
To me, that's just as bad.
Either way, you're not leaving the kid over there by himself.
It's just as bad. Right.
I don't know.
You're never doing it.
Yeah, because you don't want him to open up a room and it's just like the I hate Jews room.
Yeah.
The merch room.
Or
you know what I mean?
hey,
like, it's not even real, but it's the merch room.
If
know?
you're my son, try this robe on and put this weirld hat on. You're like, what the fuck? Take a picture of your kid.
Kanye, give me this shirt.
right.
Let me see it.
It's this plastic shirt.
Yeah.
He gave me a swag bag. It'd be like, it's crazy.